So you know what I went and did, Mikey Dobbs? So it's a third of the way through the season. And we've been talking about those who are dear podcast listeners who listen all the time, regular listeners, will know that we've been harping on a number of things. And I decided that we really need to know whether we got it right or we're full of it, right? So I went and rewatched every goal that Atlanta United has scored this season and every goal that we've conceded. We're now basically a third of the way through the season.
Right.
We have scored 19. We have conceded 19. I'm including the Nashville U.S. Open Cup because they're obviously a legitimate game. I'm not including the game in Tennessee,
right?
Because that wasn't really
sway our goals.
The USL,
yeah, that's fair. So what am I up against here?
Well, I'm going to ask you a series of questions to which I have answers. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So, we've talked about Lennon just bombing forward. And even as we talked about on this clip, the idea that Ibarra or Rossetto are responsible for covering in behind the right back is pretty shambolic. But have we really given up more goals on Lennon's side compared to Gutman's side? What's the answer? Because my point being that
I'm gonna say no because most goals in general in soccer come on the left back side. So my answer is no.
My point being that Lennon is way more up than Gutman these days. They're often keeping Gutman back as a 3. We showed it beautifully. If you want to go to the YouTube clip, thank you, Carmen, for pausing it right on the exact moment that we needed. And yet we have this feeling that it's, Lennon up the right side. We're getting beaten behind him. The answer is yes, Mikey Dobbs.
Oh, we are.
We have given up 2 goals on Lennon's side for every goal that we've given up on Gutman's side.
Well, that makes the universe right. Excuse me. Because I just see that's what I feel like I saw, but it's usually counterintuitive, so I went the other way.
It's 9 goals on Lennon's side to only 5 goals on Gutman's side. Okay, but was it worth it? Right? So did Lennon actually getting forward amount to us scoring goals?
The answer is no, Dave.
Okay.
You mean scoring goals from Lennon?
So how many goals have we scored off of Lennon's crosses?
Very few. He's, delivered some crosses, but I'm going to say this season 3.
The answer is 0. We have yet to score off a Lennon cross. Right? I mean, how many times? And it's not Lennon's fault. He's open. Yeah. We're using him. He's putting in good crosses. But we don't have anybody who's designed to go score that. I mean, Martinez, but he's been out, right?
I think Cisneros can do it. He just needs to find his rhythm and the timing.
So, on top of that, how many goals have we scored if you include Gutman's crosses? I'll give you a hint. You saw one.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with 2, but that's it.
The answer is 1. You saw the only one out of the 19 goals that Gutman crossed in the U.S. Open Cup to Almada at the front post. Now, in fairness, there is one other goal. Let's see.
How many goals does Gutman have?
0.
Okay. I know Lennon has 1. He had 1 in the previous MLS matchup. Who was that? That was Chicago Fire. He had the 3rd goal in that, I think, 3rd or 4th. He had the 4th goal against Chicago Fire where he cleaned it up.
Yeah.
So I know he has at least 1, but you're saying 0 assists. Or 0 assists from crosses.
0 assists from crosses. I didn't go through whether it depends. Sometimes on MLS, you get an assist when you pass it back and he passes it over. But no, never did he go down the right side and cross it for a goal. If he had an assist, I would say it's 0 assists. I haven't looked that up, but if he had an assist, it's one of those weak MLS second ball assists. Yeah. There was no ball crossed by him for a goal. He did score a goal off a rebound.
Yeah.
And there was one other goal that we got from him being down the side, which is when he was brought down for the PK.
Fair enough.
So he got in behind once. So with all the attacking that we have done.
No, they didn't give that PK to him.
Yes, we did. We scored a penalty kick.
I thought we were talking about he should have gotten
against Charlotte, the 2-1 victory late in the game. No, it was not late in the game. It was the first goal, but it was still pretty late. It was in the second half. Lennon was played over the top. I think Hernandez played the ball, and he was brought down right up by the end line, and Joseph Martinez converted the penalty kick.
Okay. What other stats you got?
I have it. Don't question the research.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So of all the attack that we've had out wide, all of it, we have scored 2 goals. One in the U.S. Open Cup where Gutman crosses to Almada, and a second one where Lennon gets down the side and gets drawn for a penalty kick.
So you're saying we should just eliminate going wide altogether in our game?
So what I'm saying is,
what are you saying, Dave? We shouldn't use winger play. We shouldn't be using those guys to cross the ball ever because we just can't do it.
I'm saying that we need to attack more through the middle vertically quickly. But have we really scored more goals up the middle?
Well, not until recently. If you did this on a timeline, I'm going to say yes. If you looked at the last 3 to 4 games, I'm going to say yes. If you're going to say that the ones leading up to those 4 games, no.
We have scored 13 goals up the middle and only 4 from out wide.
Oh, okay. So then, yes all around.
So why are we sending him forward?
Nice job with the tricky questions, you know? You're baiting me, but you're making me second guess myself.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be kidding me. Okay. All right, so we've been on the assistant coaches and Pineda for all of the free kick madness and it's being awful both offensively and defensively. Pineda says he gives the assistant coaches the opportunity to actually draw up the plays offensively and defensively. And so my question is basically, is that worth it? Have we given up more goals off of set pieces or scored more on set pieces?
Oh, we've definitely given up more goals off set pieces, hands down. I would be flabbergasted if it's the other way around.
We've given up 6, and which is 30% of the goals we've given up, Mikey Dobbs.
I don't believe you. I feel like it's more.
It's 6.
I feel like how you're defining.
I know it felt like more than 6.
No.
That includes corners and free kicks. I can go through all 19 if you want.
No, we're not doing that. But I am gonna, maybe admit I'm wrong again by doing my own set of research on this. But that doesn't feel right.
We've given up 6, which is 30% of the goals, roughly 30% of our 19 goals, and we have only scored 3.
Okay, still a bad ratio.
Yeah. It's not good. 1 on a direct free kick and 2 off of corners is what we've scored. Okay.
We know that that's due to his own defense.
Yeah. So we're talking about this, and it's not just so honestly giving up 6 goals this early in the season off of free kicks is awful. You never, ever, ever want to be on the negative side of scoring free kicks versus giving up goals. So 3 is not great. If you're doing well on free kicks by this part of the season, I looked at some of the other teams, you probably want to be in the more 4, 5, even 6 range. Yeah. Giving up 6 means you're amongst the lead in the entire league. I mean, we've been awful.
Yeah. Yet we're still, we're lingering in 7th place in the Eastern Conference?
Yeah, but my point is they get so frustrated, and we're lingering in 7th place because Pineda's not getting the details right. If you didn't have Ibarra and Sadic and Rossetto covering for Lennon, then we wouldn't give up, how many pieces did I say to the left and right? It's 2v1, right? It's 9 goals on the left versus 5 on the right.
Yeah.
Right? That wouldn't happen if you didn't have that crazy unbalanced thing. And if we didn't have zonal marking in the back, we wouldn't give up 6 free kicks. And on top of all that, even with all the fancy things they've done offensively on free kicks, we've still only scored 3.
Yeah.
So, okay, last one.
Last one.
We've talked a lot about the inverted wingers, right? Cutting in and shooting sort of from top of the box. And I've said, statistically speaking, shooting from outside the box is a shambolic thing to do, statistically speaking. We have scored 2 notable goals with inverted wingers, one from Dom Dwyer and one from Mulroney, cutting back in and scoring on inverted goals.
Did Araujo have one?
No. He has never cut in and scored. He has scored goals, but not on inverted one. And I was going to ask
when did he score that brilliant goal? Wasn't that the first goal he had of the season? No, that was
running through the middle where he pulled his hamstring.
Is the one I'm thinking of 2021?
Yes.
Where he went in. Okay. Yep.
When he finally scored one. Okay. So what percentage, how many of our goals have been scored from inside the box versus outside the box?
Oh, I'm going to go with... 2 of the ones that have been outside the box, I think, were Almeida. So I'm going to go with 2 outside the box. So because I know Almeida scored 2 from outside the box.
I, of course, eliminated the penalty kick because that doesn't count, right? Yeah. But we've scored 14 goals inside the box and only 4 outside of the box. That 4 includes the 2 that you had from Almada, 1 on the free kick from Brooks Lennon from 30 yards out. And again, I don't think, even I included it as outside the box. That's not what I'm talking about, because we said on free kicks we should be going for goal. But I'm talking about in live play whether we should be going for goal. We have only 3 goals from live play outside the box. It's 2 from Almada, who clearly should have the green light.
By the way, I was about to say, I was like, regardless of your stats, Almada can shoot anytime he wants.
Sure.
From outside the box. Everyone else, not so. Even Araujo, his shots lately outside of the box have been atrocious.
The other one is Joseph Martinez.
Okay.
Straight up the middle from about a foot or 2 outside the box. It wasn't very far.
He just ripped it straight up the
we caused a turnover, and he came right in, and he ripped it from there.
Are we gonna see Joseph Martinez in the month of June?
Yes. Oh, for sure, in the month of June. The question is whether we're going to see him in May.
Why do you think so? We're so delicate with people's injuries. Why do you think we'll see?
Because he's training twice a week, folks. He's already working on finishing. He's training twice a day.
Okay.
And he's working on finishing. And anybody who's training twice a day could be playing, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Even maybe if he's not ready for a full 90, why not 10 or 15?
So we've asked a lot of questions, but I got questions for you now, Dave.
Well, I just want to, before we go to that, I just want to say, so looking at the first third of the season, the 19 goals that we've scored and the 19 goals that we've conceded, the patterns clearly show the things that we're talking about are clearly problems. And they're not hard problems to fix.
No.
So why? If I can do this.
Well, that throw in
on YouTube.